Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM21 Build a Nation story from Bangor City with me, Daniel. It's part 49 today, and depending on how this episode goes, it could be the most special half century coming up next time. We face Legia Warsaw in a Champions League playoff round, and either way, we're going to be playing in a record new high competition. We will either be in the Champions League group stages or the Europa League group stages. And I don't know what else to say other than this could be very special. If you're looking forward to this one, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily content from two long-term stories. We had our 5-year review in the head coach yesterday, and we've got a big transfer special coming up tomorrow. And this one is just about as big as you can get. Thank you for all your support on both channels and on all the playlists in the eye above. We're yet to start our domestic season as Carmarthen and TNS get off to a flyer. And we might have to sacrifice this Carmarthen game right in between the two ties. But Legia Warsaw's the priority. At home at the racecourse, can we get through? Can we set up European Champions League group stage football? Let's go and have a look at the schedule quickly. We haven't played any games off camera, but a few of you have been asking about attendances in Europe. Obviously, I updated last year the sellout for Gladbach and 6,000 to 7,000 for the two ties before. But even in the qualifiers this year, they're going up. So nearly 3,000 are home to Valmiera when the tie was already done. At home to Partizan, over 3,000 despite a very small away following. And at home to Ludogorets, 5,500 with just 200 away fans too. So the home attendance there is pretty good. It's just the fact that last year in the latter stages, when you get to the last 8, the last 16, Utrecht, Gladbach, they were bringing loads of fans. So that's the difference. Today we host Legia Warsaw. We haven't actually brought in any new players since the last episode, but Zayn Monlouis is registered for the Champions League squad. Due to others being slow going out, George Wickens isn't yet, but he'll play in the league game at the weekend. And then Ben Hockenholt and Josh Thomas leave the club. Thomas on a loan deal to Wickham and Hockenholt for $2,500 to QPR. Of course, as we saw from that screen, we are already out of the League Cup. That happened in the last episode. So no domestic treble backup, no utter dominance domestically. So we are going to have to bear that in mind. Champions League success is everything. But will it be Champions League group stage football or Europa League group stages? Let's go and find out. Let's get into the first leg. We're at home to start. What we had against Ludogorets was a disappointing draw and then a brilliant performance on the road. So we'll see how it pans out. But let's look at the lineup and the 11 we've gone for tonight. So following what we had last time, we've brought Monlouis in alongside Badebo at centre-half. Kieran Clark keeps his place at left-back for now. We've got Zabret in goal because, of course, Wickens isn't registered. And after suspension, Archie Woods is back in the holding role. Williams replaces Taylor, who's got a heavy match load. We've still got to look after our players this season. And Luca Cannell just back from injury, but not quite fit enough to be involved. So that means our lineup is Zabret in goal, Clark and Hank in the fullbacks, Monlouis alongside Badebo at centre-half, Woods, Williams, Brooks and Cottrell the midfield diamond, and then Duffy and Dean, a deadly duo. Dean's had a poor start to the season, but we're not writing him off. It's games like this where he usually thrives. So into the first leg we go, no build-up needed. Legia Warsaw have got a very good side. A wonder kid goalkeeper, an injured Lucas Beja, who was a Torquay hero for us in the Premier League. That back in FM19, of course. And Merrick Bekas, a brilliant midfielder, and surely going to be a thorn in our side. Into the first leg we go. Let me know if you think we can do it, as we face Legia Warsaw for a place in the Champions League group stages. Of course, the one benefit of not starting our league season yet, of course that will catch up with us a bit, but it means we've had a week off since the Ludogorets game, 6 days in fact, but means most of these lads have been able to get their fitness back. So we're going to tell the lads to pick up where they left off. It's awful weathery, rainy conditions out here, or at least it said it was going to be in the pre-match report. I can't see any rain there myself, but either way, a back 3 for Legia, something we've not seen too often. It's going to be a very difficult test for us. And we're going to stick positive because that's worked for us in the home legs. Let's get them on the back foot and see what we can do. As Williams puts the ball in, Duffy's there. Heads just over the bar. Bangor City look like they've almost packed out the racecourse here. I reckon this will probably break 6,000 just by eyeballing the stands. Of course, we can't use the standing capacity, only the seats. As it comes back out to Williams, his corner was cleared. Gets to the byline in the box though, brought down for a penalty. Has to be a foul. We're going to VAR because we're in Europe. But that has got to be a penalty. He just slashed him down. It is a penalty. Who's going to take it? Joe Duffy by the looks of it. And here he goes. I thought that was going to stay in the middle of the screen there. Joe Duffy steps up. Can he open the scoring? He scored 8 already this season. Make that 9 in all competitions. A brilliant run from Joe Duffy. And he has started this season on absolute fire. League One and Championship clubs coming in for him. He is going nowhere because he is going to lead us into the Champions League if this start is anything to go by. We've got an in-swinging corner on the left with Williams. Back post to Max Dean. There you go, Max Dean. Absolutely no doubt about it. We said he's not started the season the best, but we also said these were the games he's made for. 2 shots on target, 2 goals. Bangor City in control. Champions League, here we come. And we're back in a second minute of first half stoppage time as Duffy plays a 1-2 with Clark. Through ball's poor, Karasek will intercept and he gets it out to the right back. The last thing we want is to concede an away goal on a stroke of half time. But they've played out nicely here. They've beaten the press. Beckas the key man in the middle. Back to Karasek. It's just when they pull the trigger here and go forward. Pileski on the left-hand side. On the right for them, sorry. On our left-hand side. Brooks nicks it off him. Up to Duffy. Can we counter at speed? Imagine making it 3 on the stroke of half-time. Through ball finds Max Dean. And it's a good save by the keeper. And that's what happens when you've got an excellent international in goal. Legia Warsaw living so dangerously. But at half-time, it remains 2-0. A wonderful start to this tie for us. But we cannot concede an away goal. Let's tell the lads to keep it up, get into the second half and see where it leaves us. As we're back again for a Legia goal kick. Or a free kick, sorry, just outside their own box. The young goalkeeper takes it. Hankin intercepts here. The through ball finds Dean. It was a brilliant header. Max Dean's shot's tipped wide. Excellent keeping from Albert. Dean nearly got his second of the game. And to be fair, last season he might have scored them. As Williams gets the outswinger in. Headed away. Only as far as Brooks though. They just can't get out. It's utter dominance and territory as well. Williams on the right yet again. Back to Hankin. Slightly poor pass, just overhit. And that will peter out the attack. But 5 minutes gone in the second half. And it remains 2-0 and very comfortable. And we've got another corner. We've dominated the set piece count. Pileski heads away. Looks like Brooks will recycle it first though. That work rate in midfield brilliant. Beats the sliding challenge. Finds Williams. Back to Hankin. Plays safe there. 2 in the middle. Finds Williams instead. He's going wide. Finds Dean on the through ball. Back out to Hankin, is it? No. Turns and goes into the box himself. And is cleared downfield. Oslak holds it up. Finds Beckas in the middle. Back to Pindor. Through ball down the left. We don't want the away goal here. 2-1 changes the tie completely. As it's back to the edge of the box. Plodnesny's there. Brilliant effort just over. Zabret was worried. He tried to dive for it. But it was too little too late. Thankfully, the shot was off target. And with an hour gone, it remains 2-0 to the hosts. Just over 20 to go. Not much happening, so I'm going to make some changes. The first ones are going to be in midfield. Brooks is tired and having an okay game. So on for him will be Jake Taylor. Or will it be Benson? We could go Benson. They're very similar quality. And in the attacking role, we're going to go for Harness over Maguire, who looks nervous. Cottrell coming off. He's had a poor spell. He's not really started the season well. Has the odd little to run like this. And then up front, Joe Duffy's not been great, aside from the penalty. So Paul Glatzel's going to get a run. 2-0 to Bangor City. We need to keep the clean sheet. If we could get a third, I'd start to celebrate the group stages. The difference is that you go from making 2 million for reaching the Europa Conference group stages, 3.5 Europa League, to 8 million for the Champions League. It changes the save, it changes the nation, changes your reputation and your standing. We talked in the 5-year review about the importance of the coefficient and how crucial our job is in achieving that. And with 93 minutes gone and the first leg of the tie-up, we are in the ascendancy. Bangor City 2, Legia Warsaw 0. And in the second leg, we've got a great chance of getting through. We've got Carmarthen to deal with in the league at the weekend, a full reserve side there. And then we will be back next midweek for the second leg away in Poland. I'll see you in a moment. We are back for this massive second leg on the pitch in Poland. But what might be even bigger is what's been happening on off it. Because, let's be honest, we've been struggling all summer to find a left-back replacement for Jimmy Jarrett. I got very excited about 10 days ago because he came back on the loan list. But Norwich won't loan him here because we've got a poor relationship with their manager after our arguments about him last year, which got him recalled. And that was because he wasn't playing many games, despite the fact he was playing most games. So a little bit of a weird one there. But the man we've had our eye on all summer from the Wales under-21 squad as his replacement has this morning joined the club. Of course, he's cup tied for this game, but if we get through to the Champions League group stages, he will be eligible. And the same if we drop into the Europa League. So yes, then Weaver is the man. 3.5 star ability, 4.5 potential, £1,000 a week wage contribution. And he's the first of 2 excellent left back options that could well join the club. So we want to try and get him to stop diving into tackles. He's not that aggressive, so I hope that will happen. But a very big upgrade on Kieran Clark, a natural starter, and Wales under-21's first choice left back. You can't ask for more. In fact, he's made 23 appearances last year for Swansea, 22 starts in the Championship. This is a huge step up in class for us. So delighted to have Weaver here. But also, on trial, remarkably enough, we've managed to bring in an experienced fullback you might recognise. That man is James Husband. Formerly of Blackpool at the start of this save. Before that, played for the likes of Norwich, Huddersfield, Fulham, Doncaster, etc. Played for Luton, my beloved club, and for Sunderland in this save too. And at 31, he's with us on trial. And very similarly rated, but in different areas. So might well come and join us. I'm not sure about this one yet. I think having the younger option on the shorter term commitment might be the better. And the fact he's Welsh as well. But if Husband's wage contribution goes down enough, we might well bring him in. So we'll keep our eyes peeled for that one. But all of that has got to take a slight side note at the moment. We won our first league game of the season comfortably, despite 11 changes. George Wickens made his debut in goal, was brilliant. Ethan Vaughan, Ryan Hughes covered at left back, played really well. Cannell came back in and got 75 minutes, as did Callum Maguire after injury. And Harness got 2, Glatzel got 1 up front. To mean all of our strikers are in scoring form. So we couldn't have asked for much more from that game really, and we couldn't have asked for much more from the last week. And if we are able to get through to the Champions League group stages, imagine what possibilities that will open in the transfer window. So let's go and make the changes the assistant recommends and see what that leaves us with. And let's go and sort out our first 11, shall we? So, first things first, one of the most bizarre things that happened is we had a European Champions League registration window between the 2 legs, which shouldn't happen. It should have been before the first leg. We didn't have it then. So George Wickens is now in the squad because of Hockenholt and Thomas leaving. That was the last time we had a window before that. What we have done is gone for Dexter Harness in the number 10 role, where Ben Cottrell has got a slight knock. Monlouis has had an injury. He picked that up at the end of the last game, but he is back, he is fit, and he's raring to go. I've left Cannell out because it was his first game for a long time at the weekend. And we'll start him again this weekend because we've got another league game. They're coming thick and fast against Colwyn Bay. And then we've got midweek 2. So we don't want to overstretch the players returning. Same for Maguire really, who's on the bench despite the opening at number 10. So he's going to stay on the bench today. I'm sure he'll get a turn if needed. But that means from the last leg, the only change is the injured number 10. We've kept Zabret in goal. Harness is in for the injured Cottrell. And aside from that, we're going same again. Over to Poland we go. A massive chance to make Champions League group stage football. Now can we do it? Let's go and find out. So 10 changes from the last game. The only man who stays in is the one who scored a brace against Carmarthen. And away from home in Poland, against all of the same stars, we know exactly what we're going to do. We're going to tell the lads to give everything, show what they're capable of. We're going to drop to a balanced mentality, which on the road we try to do quite often. And away from home in Poland, in a massive stadium, loads of fans, loads of quality players. Lucas Beja back from injury as well. We try our best, though Legia are coming forward straight from the kickoff. Grabowski on the left-hand side. Charges past one. Beckas cuts inside. Goes down the line again. Hankin's been beaten. Grabowski's got the chance to cross. Back to Beckas again. They're keeping it wide. They go inside to Karasek eventually. Great effort. And 30 seconds in, Legia Warsaw make it 1-0 on the night. And they half the aggregate deficit. This is going to be a long old evening. 4 central midfielders again. We struggled against this formation last year. Was it Utrecht maybe who did it? And he beat us comfortably, so we're going to have to be careful. As Muniak's got the corner kick into the front post. Palecki heads over the bar. It was a great effort, it was a great chance. And with 12 gone, it's all Legia Warsaw. Well, just over half an hour gone. The game has calmed down now, and Woods makes a long clearance from a throw-in. It's back out to the left though. Beckas gets it from Krakowski, puts Pindor in. He's one-on-one here. It's a great save by Zabret. The flag's up for offside. But I'm going to go positive because, do you know what? This sitting back isn't working for us. It's not helping us and it's actually putting us under a lot of pressure. So with 5 to go to half-time, we've gone all out to our normal game plan. And fingers crossed, as we reach the break just 1-0 down, we can sneak through on aggregate despite defeat on the night. The lads are inspired, we say we want more, and they've made a triple sub at half time. They're going all out, and we've got to hang on. As Hankins' throw-in's headed away, can we get that crucial away goal? If we do that, they need 4. Harness finds Dean on the edge. Who gets the shot away? No one. Williams wins the tackle. Back to Kieran Clark, the left back. We know he's got the long shot attribute. Well, not the attribute, but the trait. And he rattles the woodwork there. Though Franchuk's at the other end. His shot's blocked. Tobias into Lucas Beja. It's a good save by Zabret. Free kick for offside again. That one didn't look it. But we're hanging on by the skin of our teeth here. And this last half an hour could get very scrappy and very ugly. It's tense already. We don't need it to get any worse. Dexter Harness is having an awful game. So, do we bring on another number 10? Or do we bring on a third central midfielder? That's the question. I'm going to bring on Jake Taylor. We did it once or twice before and it worked. So Taylor's going to go on the right as the box-to-box. In the middle goes Williams as an advanced playmaker on support. And we just want to try and get a little bit more structure in our play. It also gives us a tiny bit more width in midfield as well. So hopefully keeping the ball better. We don't need to create chances here, but we need to get through. And 1-0 is enough to do so at the minute. An away goal and we can start to relax. We've got a few tired legs up front, so I'm going to take Dean off. He's not had the best start to the season, as we mentioned. Duffy will switch to the right, Glatzelon on the left. 15 minutes to go. One change in the locker if we need it. And this is going to be a tense finish, all the way to the wire. Jack Hankin is the last man to come off. Ethan Vaughan will replace him. 4 minutes to go. They're down to 10 because they've got an injury after all 3 subs. And into stoppage time we go. There's 2 minutes of it left. We are seeing out this game brilliantly. And we are 2 minutes from Champions League group stage football. So let's drop the line of engagement. Let's get these boys a bit deeper. And let's try and hang on. 2 minutes to go. Can we do it? Legia Warsaw 1, Bangor City 0 on the night. And that is enough for us to win 2-1 on aggregate and make the Champions League group stages. We stifled the game perfectly in the last half an hour. We got the job done. We've had a great week in the transfer window and we've started the title defence with success. What a week. What a stunning week. And after frustration in the summer, this is the perfect antidote. We may not have a domestic treble this year, but £14 million for reaching the Champions League group stages. And that's not even the most exciting bit. Let's skip ahead quickly and we'll go and have a look at the draw to finish off. And we are back to finish with the Champions League group stage draw. With 4th seeds, I think you knew that was coming. Weaver's been handed an under-21 call-up and we've got 14 million in the bank. So let's skip through the first 3 pots and see which group we'd like to avoid. Well, it's a bit ridiculous really, isn't it? I mean, what group do you want to avoid out of those? I guess Group H has got one of the weaker top tier sides in Ajax based on the leagues. Shakhtar, I mean, they're all great sides. Group A is probably the group of death in terms of Liverpool, Inter and Lyon. Group G's got Chelsea, Barcelona and Leipzig. Group F, look at that, Napoli, Valencia and PSG. It doesn't matter, does it? It's going to be one hell of an occasion, whatever we get. I don't think we can hope for third in any group here. So let's see which one we're in. It'd be nice to get an English side. Wow. We are in Group A with Liverpool, Inter Milan and Lyon. That is absolutely incredible. What a moment that is for this save. What a moment that is for this nation. The Builder Nation's taking shape. We had the Europa Conference last year, but this is not getting topped. Might lead to a slightly lower coefficient because we'll probably lose all 6 games heavily. But we're going to enjoy every single one of them. No prizes for guessing what we're coming back for next time out. Let's wait for the fixtures to officially tick over and see when our first group stage game is. Well, there you go. Not a bad way to start the groups, is it? I think what we're going to do this year is up till Christmas, we're going to ignore the domestic action because we're out the League Cup anyway, and that's the only one that finishes early. We might have to give up the Trust Trophy again this year because it's not as important as the Champions League. And we will be back to show Inter Milan away from home in our first Champions League game. And then at home to Liverpool, the English champions, in the second group stage game. And our first one at home. We'll play the 2 league games off camera. And in fact, we'll do that throughout the group stages. We'll then show a double header against Lyon. And we'll then show the reverse fixtures back to back. So we're going to focus completely on Champions League action. What a moment for this save. And to get one of the most local big English sides is an absolutely thrilling draw. What a moment. What an episode. What a fantastic scrap in the playoff. And a transfer window's going brilliantly as well. Everything is going to plan. So if you did enjoy this episode, as I leave you on the screen where the group stage stares us in the face, please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM21 content from 2 long-term stories. We'll have a roundup of the Welsh transfer window as well as deadline day with us next time out too. So I hope you're looking forward to that and want to stay up to date. You can catch up with all the playlists in the eye above. A big transfer special between now and the next episode from the head coach with Derby County tomorrow. And you can of course catch up with a podcast channel up there too. Loads of championship content including predictions, manager specials and interviews with pros as well. So a big thank you for joining me. A massive thank you for your support as always. And I'll see you next time for the 2 biggest games in our history as we take Bangor City into the Champions League group stages. I'll see you there.